Hey, it's Evil Aniki, and today we're at the Westminster Mall. I'm here for WeebFest. I don't know exactly where it is, but we're gonna find it. Hopefully it's not too far. So here we are at the Westminster Mall in, I think this is like Santa Ana, I'm not too sure. But this is my first mall con. We don't really have malls here in California, so this is a new experience to me. This is just wild seeing this in a mall. I haven't been to a mall in forever, and you know, judging from this mall, I don't think a lot of people have been to malls in a long time, because this one is pretty decrepit. But it's so crazy just coming in here and seeing all these booths in here. This is just absolutely wild to me. This is probably the most action this mall has seen in such a long time, considering the number of stores that are like closing down or on the verge of closing down. There was just so much space. And this is a free event. WeebFest is a free event, and they're going to be having more events coming up soon. I'll talk about that later, but my goodness, this is a cool event. So for a free event, that means, you know, anyone in the mall can come check this out, which has its ups and downs. So I did see some families wander in from the mall because there are a lot of like kid stuff in the mall, like, you know, like daycare and school type stuff, and, you know, just other toy stores. Not necessarily anime stores. There was a few other anime stores, like this Small Wonders. And let's actually go in there right now. I'm sorry to sidetrack you from all these booths, but my goodness, this store had a lot of anime goods, and a lot of it was on sale for like 50% off, 60% off, 40%. It was crazy. They had some big sales. And yeah, I mean, the big downside with this store is that a lot of their merchandise was actually bootleg. And I say bootleg, but they call it third party, which means it's not produced by the original producers, and it's usually sold at a very discounted rate, for, you know, to begin with. But even then, you shouldn't be getting bootleg figures. But I mean, I don't know. Bootleg figures are still better than Funkos. So do what you guys are gonna do. I don't know. I mean, people still collect Funkos, and it beats me. But yeah, I was drawn to some specific stuff in here that I thought was pretty cool. These buildable little figure things here. I didn't get them. They seemed a little too pricey still. It's really hard to gauge the prices of anything here, because they say it's like 50% off, and then it's just like, is that the price on the thing, or is it like the price that's already marked? I don't know. But let's get back into the hall, because we're here for the event and not for the store. In fact, I don't even think that store is going to be here by the time they have another event back at this mall. So this is like the farthest back part of this event. This is where all the voice actors are doing their signings, and there was actually some big lines back here later in the day. Now, heading on back, here is Pop Umai. They have an event coming up, Tavern at the something, I don't know. I'm not going to be going to that, unfortunately. It looks like a really fun event. I'm not a big Genshin or Honkai fan, you know, in general. So I won't be going to it. I'm going to H Night. It's the same time and day, so unfortunately I can't go to, I think it's Night at the Tavern or something. I don't remember. But it looked like a cool event. It seems like there's going to be a cosplay contest and a lot of cool things there, but so is H Night. H Night's going to have all that too, but it's an 18+ event, and I'd rather go with an 18+ event, because sometimes I go to these Genshin events and it's just all teenagers. But here in the back, some of these booths are doing raffles, which is super cool. They're drawing attention to this back area, and I actually think they had some photo shoots back here as well for Persona. And this mall is huge. Like, this is like 1/3 of the mall we've seen so far. But I did come across some friendly vendors here. This is Kiana and her amazing little art booth. She's actually going to be at a convention, Anime Nation Fest in downtown LA coming up, so check her out. And then here is Peachy at her booth, which is Lunar Gemini, and I'll have links to put both of them down in the description below. But there was another wing here that didn't really go down. So here is another wing. They had a bunch of like children's rides, which were actually pretty funny. I think I saw a lot of people doing little photo shoots on these, which is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. But there was a whole bunch of more artists down here, and on the outside here there was like a nice green area, but unfortunately this whole area is underneath the food court, and that's where the bathrooms were, and it just smelled like, and it was all the smell was funneling outside, so it just smelled disgusting outside. So people were doing photo shoots out there, but I stepped out there for like 5 minutes trying to look for someone, and I gave up because it was disgustingly smelling out there. And this mall, pretty disgusting overall, I'm not gonna lie. Like, trying to find the bathrooms here, it was not good. It was pretty gross. But this mall did have some cool things with being able to see the stage. There was really good viewing access from the upper level, and it just made for great shots like this. Like, this is the type of shot I wouldn't be able to get unless I had a drone. They had a whole bunch of different performers throughout the day, and they also had raffles throughout the day, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. This is, I believe, new girlfriend or something like that, and they are the big draw for this event. There was so many people here to see them, or at least I think so. They played at a big time, and their crowd was massive. I think it just might have been like peak time of the day when everyone was here, because I do know a lot of people came and stayed for the cosplay contest, but like usually at a convention, middle of the day is usually peak. And yeah, there was the food court over there. But heading back on downstairs, we are gonna check out all of those performers now on the ground level. So to start off, we have Kiki Tori, who is pretty much a convention staple at this point. I've seen her at a whole bunch of different conventions, and she's an amazing idol. She has a bunch of different dance routines. Idols are really making a big comeuppance in California lately, and she's pretty much everywhere. I've seen her in San Diego and LA and all over in different events. The views from up top to see the performances were pretty cool too. Here is another group. I don't remember the name of them, but they were pretty cool. Loved their little routine here. I think they had a bunch of different smaller acts in between the bigger acts, so it's hard to tell, and the social posts for this were all over the place, so it was so hard to keep track of what was what, who was when, and yeah, just small events like this, it's just so hard to keep track of things. But there was just so many people performing in general. Like, there was people doing karaoke and dances and just all sorts of different mishmash of things. Like, it was just crazy. I would have liked some seating. That would have been really nice. I mean, you could just sort of sit on the floor here, but I would have really loved if they had like gotten like chairs or something. I don't know, or maybe put this in like one of the empty storefronts, because it's cool that they have this out here in the main area, but at the same time it's like the noise can overpower like the vendor areas, and it makes it really hard to like shop when there's just a lot of noise. And I wasn't able to catch all of the performers. This is Tenko. She's another LA idol. She's been at a bunch of different events, and I've seen her around quite a bit. I wasn't, sad I couldn't see her performing. I was running around quite a lot. But I did sit down and enjoy the last few shows here. This is 7 Fig. I've actually come across them a whole bunch recently. They're really making waves here in the LA scene. They're really trying to like get out there and do stuff. I want to say I think they're mainly like an anime song cover band. And they do, I've seen them do like Full Metal Alchemist songs and Bocchi the Rock songs, and I think some K-On! Songs. I can't remember what other songs they performed, but I've seen them here at WeebFest. They were also at AniFest, which that video is going to be coming out soon, so be sure to check that out. And yeah, here was New Girlfriend. Everyone is just crowded around for them. They had the wildest crowd. Like, everyone was screaming for them, and it was very, very hyper for them. Look at the people just jumping for them. It's crazy. I don't think they do cover songs. I think they do original songs, which really caught me off guard, because I've seen their booth at other events, and they didn't seem like they were that popular, but I guess maybe they are, and I just, maybe because the booth didn't have the actual musicians at it, it was just like, sort of like notifying people. And then here is Isekai Stage. Isekai Stage has to be one of my favorite cover bands. They're really, really big here in the LA scene. And yeah, I've seen them at so many different conventions. But talking more about WeebFest, these mates here were doing some raffle giveaways. So if you got a raffle ticket for attending or buying stuff, you could come over here and you could have a chance to win some of these prizes, which I believe were mainly donated by the vendors themselves to, keep this event going, which is super, super cool. There was a lot of items here. They were giving away a lot of stuff. This is probably the most active this mall has been in God knows how long. This place is pretty much abandoned. Half the store, I'd say over half the stores are actually gone. It's pretty interesting to see like almost like an anime convention inside a mall. I kind of like it. It would be nice if, the bathrooms were nice and the escalators were working. And it's just not well maintained, I'd say, in general. Like, there's food everywhere, and There's like a bunch of rambunctious teenagers too, like people riding skateboards and bicycles inside the mall. But I think there is like a lot of kids stuff here in general. But we're gonna get into the event. We're gonna walk around and check out some of the vendors, and then we're gonna check out the performances. There's a lot of performances here today, so hopefully we can find something that you guys like. There's a lot of cool ones I liked. I think it's 7 Fig. I really like them. They had like a Bochi theme going on for today. But let's get into the video, guys. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out by just helps the channel out, man. I'm trying to get this content out there. Oh my god. And there's just lots of shaking going on all throughout the mall. I feel like when the shutters close, like when the store closes their shutters, it like shakes the whole mall, and it's pretty crazy. But let's get into the video, guys, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Toodles. And now we're here at the last raffle of the day, right before the cosplay contest. And this is the bigger prizes, and the maids are really bringing the energy. I'm gonna be honest, I like to keep things a little bit more mellow when I go out. I can't be wasting all of my energy because I will just burn out and then not want to stay late. It's not good for me to do that, because as a vlogger, I want to be able to maintain a steady flow throughout the day. Yeah, so everyone has a different con etiquette in the sense of how they're trying to like maintain themselves. But now it's time for the cosplay contest, and as you guys can see, I'm fast forwarding this because you know what? I've tried doing fancy edits of cosplay contests, and I've tried just leaving them in raw, and I've tried all sorts of different things, and you guys never watch it. Everyone always dips out. Like there's always like a 10% dip of people when the cosplay contest comes on. So you know what? We're just gonna go through this, and I'm just gonna talk angrily. You know what? These cosplayers are amazing. I'm sure you can find a lot of them on Instagram. I've seen a lot of them before at previous events, and you know, a lot of them are probably tagged in my cosplay video from WeebFest that came out, you know, like a month or two ago when the event happened, because that's a lot easier to edit than an actual vlog. This vlog is taking me so long to edit. There's so many big cons that just took so long, like the Carrier Con video, my god, that took me so long to edit. But more about WeebFest. So this event takes place in this mall, and this Westminster Mall, I will say that's the biggest benefit and downside to this event, because this is a free event, anyone can come, which means there was a lot of rowdy teenagers that were just like riding bikes and screaming and just, you know, heckling cosplay. I saw some teenagers like heckling cosplayers in the hallway. It was really disgusting. I was not a fan of that. And yeah, the bathrooms were absolutely disgusting, and the food in the food court made me sick, and yeah, it was just not, I don't know. Yeah.
We're going to start, we have a first, second, and third place in the solo category, and then we have a best group. So, can we get a little drum roll, please, for our third place winner? Solo is Blair! Drum roll, please. Vigilante Deku!
Everyone was amazing. It was actually really hard. I have a lot of like stage presence written on all of them. All right, so our best group is, drum roll, Hachi and Nana.
Thank you everybody for participating. Again, without you participating, there would be no Cosplay Contest, so please give yourself a huge round of applause. Thank you everybody again.
All right, folks, and that wraps up WeebFest Anime Market for winter.
So they say winter, but I actually think they're going to have some in summer as well. And it seems like they're coming back here to this mall. After I got up from the Cosplay Contest and turned around, every booth had like already started being taken down, and there's a lot of people gone, and I just didn't hear it. The Cosplay Contest had my full attention when I was filming, and yeah, it was pretty shocking. I don't know if I'm going to come back for more future events. This is pretty far out for me. It was a lot of fun. I got to meet a lot of people and see a lot of friends. But yeah, let me do an outro now with Past Me. That's it for WeebFest today, guys. What a very action-packed day. The mall's about to close, about the time to go home. This mall might not even be here next week. There's so few stores that are open. I mean, they're all closed. But be sure to like and subscribe if you like the video. I got more events I'm coming up to soon. I know I've been posting a lot, and I'm going to be posting less now. There was just so much going on in these first few months of the year. I made so many videos on ALA, and that really did me in. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. My voice is dying. Have a good one, guys.